Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. Yes, we made it to the big week. Christmas, Hanukkah, the holidays are here, and we're kicking it off with a great trip report with a friend of the show who's been with us from the beginning. That's right. Almost 17 years Kevin's been with us, and he has come on the show today to share his trip down to Port Orleans Riverside Resort. But he did do an extra day on the front end to make sure that he caught his good friend Yehaa Bob Jackson in a performance over at Riverside before he left for an epic vacation. And he stayed that night over at Disney's All-Star Sports. And boy, did we have a story about that, because that resort was filled with cheerleaders. And Kevin is a storyteller. He is a cut up. And I laughed more than I should have during the show. No, I didn't laugh more than I should have. But this trip report is all laughs, because Kevin is maybe the funniest guest we've ever had on our shows. Hope you enjoyed today's podcast. It's going to put you in the holiday spirit like nothing else. And just really hope you enjoy the show. Don't forget, our podcast always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. It really does help support the show. So if you could support the agency here as we move into 2025, that'd be greatly appreciated. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys make the show possible. Couldn't do it without you. And you can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Yeehaw! Hello, everybody. This is Yehaa Bob Jackson, and you're listening to the Be Our Guest podcast. I perform every Wednesday through Saturday at Disney World's Port Orleans Riverside Resort. I would invite everybody out to the show. We're saving you a seat.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2611 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Monday to you and Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. It's coming up here very, very soon. It is that week. If you have not finished your shopping, well, I don't know what to tell you. You're almost getting into that time where you're going to be one of those people who is standing at Walgreens with all the other panicked folks looking and justifying to yourself, yes, that Pez dispenser would be the perfect gift for grandma this year. And, hey, not that I've been there, maybe, but let's see what happens. But get out there today, enjoy it, but enjoy the rest of the season that's happening here. And we're going to get you here, there, and everywhere with a great trip report with a friend of the show who's been with us forever and a day. I mean, we're kind of one of the old timer shows at this point. I hate to say it. I mean, I'm still 22, but lying there. But actually, I shouldn't do that right before Christmas. I'm going to put on the naughty list. I was on the nice list all year till just then. But anyway, we're going to have a great trip report with our good friend Kevin out in Ohio, and he's joining us. Kevin, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. What's going on, buddy?
Merry Christmas, Mike. Happy holidays. And thank you, everybody. And before we get started, what do you have against Pez dispensers?
I love Pez dispensers because, again, you're blowing up my spot here, because that kind of shows my age again, because everybody that's like under 30 is like, what's a Pez dispenser? I kind of did it to myself. They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But, in my childhood, that was what we always got around, Easter or whatever. And I had the Charlie Brown, the Evel Knievel. Again, nobody knows who Evel Knievel is, or probably Charlie Brown either. So I should have shut up. I'm totally sorry.
I mean, I know what they are, but I don't think it's a bad thing to get one for Christmas.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
They're great stocking stuffers. If you haven't gotten one, folks, go out and get them. They're stocking stuffers. And you know what? When I was a kid, I mean, those things, eventually, first you would load the Pez into the Pez dispenser, right? And you'd eat one at a time out the Pez's dispenser's head, right? Eventually, you just decided just to chuck the whole pack. Didn't even put it in the Pez dispenser. Just eat the whole candy. Just forget it. Just short. Just right down.
Yeah. If that isn't a Merry Christmas, I don't know what is.
Exactly. That and my grandma's Christmas cookies, which I miss grandma.
Exactly.
Basically sugar. That's what Christmas is, just sugar, basically. And now I think I'm gonna have to pause the podcast and go get Christmas cookies. But anyway, so that'll be as soon as the show ends. We're gonna go bathe ourselves in Christmas cookies and go across the street to Walgreens and see if they have Pez dispenser. I don't even know if they make them.
Nothing wrong with that.
We'll figure it out. All right, let's do it. All right, so Kevin, we're going to talk about your trip. So when did you, because you got a hold of me a while back, when did you go down that we're going to talk about today?
Okay, well, again, thank you very much for this opportunity. We went the first week of May. We arrived May 4th, I believe, May 3rd or 4th. And we left about a week, 8 days later. Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember because, I don't know about you, but sometimes I don't remember last week.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast today. Well, I do because I ate the same thing every day, burrito. But,
to ask me why the last minute, like, oh my god, okay, yeah. So we arrived on May 4th, and we left the following Monday. Not that Monday, but the Monday after. Yeah. So.
I find your lack of
because you got there on May 4th. I was trying to find impressive. I couldn't find it on the board, so I had to go with the other Darth Vader that I could find on the board for you. Because May the 4th, right? I mean, you went down Star Wars Day. Yeah. And one of the things we'll talk about in a minute, you made a lightsaber over at Savi's, which I want to talk about in a second. But one thing I want to ask you, because you have a unique perspective on this, is that you see Walt Disney World you're in a wheelchair. So could you talk about that? Because I mean, you have a unique perspective on that. Is there anything, and you have a van and you have a whole, we've talked about that briefly, like years ago. I remember we talked about, you clean, sometimes you go like get your van washed while you're down there and stuff like that. Is there anything you'd like to share with the listeners about that different perspective about getting around Walt Disney World with your different mobility concerns?
Well, yeah. First of all, Disney World is absolutely awesome with accommodations. I mean, if you ever find somebody who complains about accommodations in Disney World, yeah, they don't know what they're talking about because they are absolutely awesome. So yeah, we drive down from Ohio to Florida. We take 2 days to get down there. Yeah, we usually stay the first night in about South Carolina, and then get up the next morning and drive down, the rest of the way down there. Yeah.
Got to watch out for Mike Bankhead. He lives in South Carolina.
I don't know who that is, but he's so dangerous.
He's a good guy. No, I'm just playing with you. He's in charge of our running team. He's the best. He is an angel on earth. I mean, if there ever was a nicer guy, I've never met him on the face of the earth. I'm just playing with you. But there are people in South Carolina you got to watch out for. I'm just telling you. I'm just playing. It's a college football thing. You got to watch it. I'm just playing. Yeah. But they do have a place, I think, in South Carolina called, what's the tourist thing? I've never been there, but it's like a big tourist trap. It's on the highway. It's it's like Buc-ee's here in the South, but what's it? slipping my name. Somebody in the chat needs to help me out here. Okay.
I couldn't tell you, but
Everybody talks about it. Like, you got to go there. It's kind of sketch. You guys, because you go in a van, you go on this road trip. It's on the East Coast. I think it's in South Carolina. There's somewhere. It's like in Georgia or somewhere. But oh man, we've talked about it on the show before, and I'm always jealous because I can't go there. I think it's got a big sombrero on the sign. Anyway, we'll skip
You know
it.
what? At 2:00 in the morning tonight, you gotta wake up
I
and
am.
remember.
I'm gonna scare the living stuff out of my wife because I'm gonna scream it, and she's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" Because Kevin and I were talking on the show 6 hours ago, and I couldn't remember the name of this place. And there it is. It's south of the border. Michael Dolan to the rescue. It is south of the border. And yes, apparently you don't want to go in there, but you do. That's the kind of place I would love, but love to hate, I guess. Anyway, so I'm totally getting derailed. Again, I had fajitas, and so I'm fired up. I had fajitas tonight for dinner, so I'm all excited, and I'm getting to talk to one of my friends for forever. So you go down. It takes a couple days to get there. Now you stayed one night, I think, at one of the All-Stars, but then you kind of made your home for the rest of the stay over at Riverside. We'll talk about that. But how'd you find the All-Stars for that first night?
Well, it's a funny story, if you don't mind me telling you.
That's why we're here, Kevin. If you don't tell stories, it's going to be a short show.
I know. And you know, I'm a huge fan of Yehaa, Bob Jackson. Yeah. So, about a couple weeks before we left, we found out, we knew that Bob was leaving for vacation the week that we were supposed to be there. See, originally we were scheduled, like we always do, to leave on a Saturday and get there on Sunday. But because we wanted to see Bob just for one night, so my mother thought, why don't we leave on Friday, stay until a night in a value resort, see Bob, and then the next day go to Riverside. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we thought. We were debating between art of animation and all-star sports. But we ultimately decided to go to all-star sports. You know what I mean?
That's a good call. I like sports. I mean, it's my jam. Yeah. But you can't go wrong with either one. Now, did you tell Bob that because you guys are friends. I'm friends with Bob too. It's been too long since I've seen him. I know I need to catch up with him. I haven't stayed at Riverside in too long. That's my fault. But did you let him know that when he goes, and by the way, when Bob goes on vacation, he doesn't just like go to Atlanta. Like he goes to like Nepal. I mean, he like climbs mountains and goes to the other side of the world. He's wild. He doesn't. I mean, he goes like to the other side of the planet.
It's not a vacation. It's an adventure.
Yes. Okay. We need to get him a shirt that says that. You just nailed it. That's totally, yeah. I mean, and he's not like looking like a scrawny little piano playing dude. He's like buff and like wrestling crocodiles or something when he's on vacation. You got to follow him on Facebook. For real. He's like he's an adventurer. It's unbelievable. But I love Bob. I'm with you. Bob he's a great man. By the way, he always performs over at Give Kids the World. It's the holiday season. If you want to do something good for somebody, donate some money to Give Kids the World this holiday season. You won't regret it. Yes. And March 7th, we're doing a big fundraiser at Give Kids the World. So hang tight on that. We're going to have the auction and all that coming up. Details after the first of the year. So just hang on for that. Yeah, can't wait. 6-hour live show coming your way. We're all going to be there. Okay, so your stay at Riverside. It All-Star Sports. I mean, it's a value hotel, not a whole lot going on. Did you enjoy it over there?
Oh, I mean, I love you, but you're wrong, because when we get there, we're hanging out in our room, and we leave our room, and it was national cheerleading competition.
Oh, welcome to my world, Kevin. Welcome to my world.
Yeah. So, as you probably know, imagine about 100 to 200 cheerleaders practicing on the field. Music is blaring.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And it was, I enjoyed it. It was Disney World, but a part of me is thinking, can we get the Riverside, please?
This is right here. That was the line of the year on our podcast right there. We took all the way to get to December 23rd. But right there, I'm going to have to cut that and add that and play that for my wife, my daughter, because you just dogged on the cheerleaders, and I love it. Because I love cheerleaders. I'm a cheer dad. I'm at every cheer competition. Yeah. You got to hit zero. For all of our cheer parents, you got to hit 0. All of our cheerleaders, no deductions. Hold your breath for 2:30. No, but I know how it is, man. Dude, you get like 500 cheerleaders in one place. It's intimidating, man. It's crazy. They take over.
Yeah, my God.
Oh man.
It was an experience. And this is the first, I think this is the first time we ever stayed at a value resort. It's amazing, because I don't want to be like a resort snob or anything, but it's just amazing the different crowd you see at Riverside. And I've also stayed at Old Key West. So it's amazing to see the different crowd between the value, the moderate, and the deluxe resorts.
I mean, they let me stay at All Star Sports. So that tells you something. I mean, they give me the stink eye when I check in at Coronado. They're like, "You sure you're supposed to be here?" I'm like, "Well, I know."
You also eat Pez dispensers.
I do. I know. Well, when I check into Coronado Springs, I say, I know Pam Forrester. And so they let me stay for just like 3 nights, and then I'm good. So then they kick me out.
Yeah.
So you got to know what you do.
Is that like the Pez?
Yeah, it is. Until they do research. They do enough research, and sir, you got to leave. And then I'm like, okay, fine. Let's go back to Pop Central. Anyway, so let's talk about what about your time in the parks? Did you guys do anything? Like, what were some highlights there while you guys were down in May? Cheerleaders.
Well, first of all, the highlight, I don't know if you want to get into it now, but the highlight of the whole vacation was when we went to the Hollywood studios and we made the lightsaber.
Well, let's talk about it because I that's one thing I've never done. I'm super jealous of everybody who has. Now I'm super jealous of Kevin because you have a real lightsaber. I don't. So go ahead, rub it in, and you got a lightsaber. I don't. So you're a Jedi, and I'm
no. I don't. Okay, but we went with. It was me, my parents, and my brother and his family.
Okay.
And my brother is a huge Star Wars fan, so he is the one with the lightsaber, not me.
Well, okay. So we're even then. Okay, so neither one of us. We're both dudes that don't have lightsabers, and we both need maybe Santa will put one under the tree in 48 hours. I doubt it. It ain't happening here.
Maybe.
So what was the experience? I haven't been in there. What's it like in there? I still haven't been in there.
It is amazing. I don't know if you've ever seen video, but they have a gentleman, and he's in costume. he kind of looks like a like a friar tuck kind of person. And of the lightsaber, I don't remember the whole story, but he's in character, and it's really cool. It's a really cool experience. I recommend it to anybody who's a Star Wars fan.
That's, yeah. Someday when I win the lottery, I'll do it. I want to, but I just think if I roll home, because I mean, I'm lucky enough. A lot of times I go down by myself without the family to run races and stuff. But if I roll home with a $400 lightsaber, I'm liable to get whopped by my wife. She'll be like, "Did you really need to spend $400 on lights?" I'll be, "Yes." She'll be like, "No, we will not see eye to eye on that purchase."
She'll know you with the lightsaber.
She will. I know. I'll get you. Remember how was it Kylo Ren ran one right through Han Solo? That'll be me, and I'll just fall right in the pit. There'll be a pit somewhere. It will not be good.
It'll be my fault.
No, because I've been considering this ever since 2019, and so far I've held out. So maybe they'll run a blue again. Here we go. You want to talk about old timers? A blue light special like back at Kmart, 50% off for the next hour if you're in bed too. Let's go. Doubt that's going to happen either. So, okay, besides Savi's, what are some of during this trip, anything else that you did that was exciting in the theme parks? Like, what do you enjoy typically getting to do down there that's kind of like my thing is Space Mountain, but I just did that when I was down last week. Oh my God. I think I'm done with Space Mountain. I can't, it's too rough. I mean, I'm changing what I can ride anymore. Things are just, they're crazy. But what about you? What are your things? What do you like to do?
Yeah, for me, I don't want to get my soapbox because it's leaving, but for me, it's gotta be Muppet Vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen. I
don't want to go into that, but oh my God.
Yes.
Why?
I know. Well, I agree because they're accessible to everybody right now. I know that they're saying they're going to move them to Rock and Roller Coaster, but I mean, obviously that would be hard for you to be able to see them on Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah,
little kids aren't going to be able to.
I can't go on the Rock and Roller Coaster or any roller coaster. For that matter, no,
and kids can, and
my thing.
Yeah, and I mean, anybody that's got a height requirement that's pretty severe. I think it's like 48 inches. So anybody that's shorter than that cannot see them. And I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm about to tap out on that ride too myself. It's intense. It's rough unless they smooth that sucker out because I get migraine headaches. It's one of those things like Is it fun enough to have a headache for the next 2 days? I don't know. I don't know.
Come on, Disney World. It Disney World.
I know. I sound like it. Yeah. The more I go though, and I've been going now for 25 years or so. The more I just enjoy the ambiance, the atmosphere, and going and getting a Mickey bar, an ice cream sandwich, and also going on things like Carousel of Progress, People Mover.
Yeah.
The tiki room, and I sound like my grandparents. It's so sad because I'm sitting there eating a Pez with my Pez dispenser. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Exactly. Come on, Dave. We have Pez dispenser.
Yeah, I gotta go to the Main Street Emporium, buy a Pez dispenser that looks like Mickey Mouse, and just sit there and count the people going down Main Street.
Exactly.
That's a good day there, Mike. What have you become? You won't ride roller coasters? Maybe Jungle Cruise a thrill ride now? I don't know. What am I doing?
No, the biggest thrill ride for you is the one part of the ride of Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's the hill, the little bitty hill. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the 3-foot hill. I'm scared. They're gonna hold the bar. No, it's the greenhouse and Living with the Land. It's like, ooh, what are we doing here? So do you guys go over to Epcot at all? Do you enjoy when you go to Epcot? What do you enjoy there?
Well, again, that's another story. Um, for me, and this is a new school, uh, attraction. But my favorite attraction now is Ratatouille. I love Ratatouille.
I do too.
You know, the ride there. But a little story. When we went to Epcot, Ratatouille was down. So as we were leaving after the fireworks, my father said to a cast member, you know, I don't mean to complain, but we came here earlier and Ratatouille was down. So what they did is they took us in a room and basically said, how can we make up to you? What they did is the, um they accommodated us so that we could come back and to Epcot basically for free. And we got to see Luminous in a VIP
Oh, nice.
location. Yeah,
That's a good deal.
that was awesome. So, to make a long story short, that was a great moment. But my favorite thing to do at Epcot right now is Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Yeah, so I like the attraction, but in perfect Mike form, haven't seen the movie. But I have not seen the movie.
You know what?
I-
Me neither.
Oh,
You're
you
not-
see, look, I love it.
You're
Thank you.
not alone.
Thank you.
You're not alone. I haven't seen the movie. Okay. So no, I thought you were gonna say I like it, but I miss the old Norway ride.
I do miss the
was
old
just,
Norway
oh
ride.
my
Though. No, but they're
God.
not in the same place. No, I prefer Maelstrom to the Frozen ride. I do prefer that. I mean, come on
Oh,
now,
come on,
Viking.
Blake.
Kevin, our high school football team's the Vikings. Look, I mean, look at my sweatshirt. I got a Viking right here on my breast. On my sweatshirt, we're the Vikings. I need the Maelstrom. I mean, it's like our football
Whoa.
team coming down the field. We're the Maelstrom. We're like a storm. I didn't know it
Whoa.
at the time.
The Cleveland State mascot is a Viking, but I don't miss Maelstrom. So there's no excuse. So come back to me with another excuse. Well, yeah,
You kill me.
thank you and good night.
You kill me. You kill me. Oh my gosh. No, yeah, but no, because you got to, okay, Mouse, we're going to have to debate this now. Maelstrom, you got to come out the back. You got to come outside there a little bit. They closed that hole up. I hate that. I wanted to pop out that little hole. You don't do that anymore.
You know what? I can't complain because I never wrote it. And if I did, I don't remember
Yeah.
it. So you can have that argument. I'll let you win that one.
That was fun, and there was a polar bear.
You're
I like polar bears. There was a polar bear in it. So, by the way,
I know
just,
it's
I gotta tell you
polar
this,
bear.
Kevin, just because we're still, this will be on the podcast. You are great for ratings. Like I told you before we started recording, we record these live. I said, but nobody ever watches the Wednesday night shows just because people are. Dude, we're killing it on the ratings tonight. So, just for the record, we're doing. It's the holiday season. Everybody's baking cookies and watching the Be Our Guest podcast live. And we're bringing back old friends like Jay Griffith down sitting behind the Magic Kingdom with his family. Or who knows, maybe he's flying around the world because he's a world-class pilot.
People are just bored.
Don't say that. Don't say that, Kevin. Come on. Don't say people are bored. We're gonna pretend like they're wanting to watch us. We're like waterboarding them like with a podcast here or something. Come on now. Let's hope not.
The sun set at 5 o'clock where I am. When people do what they need to do. But just sit here and watch podcasts.
Kevin, you are killing me. Oh my gosh, you are brutally honest and so true. Okay, so let me ask you about dining. Do you have any favorite snacks or favorite restaurants or any place that you like to go when you're down at Walt Disney World?
Yeah, I do, but unfortunately, we didn't go to any of the trip. No, I like a place where you have never been, and I can't believe you haven't. I love the Brown Derby.
Yeah.
But honestly, this was a trip for my niece and nephew, basically. So it was very kid oriented. The food, the only place I remember that we ate was Pinocchio's grotto over at Magic Kingdom, because we wanted to eat just a quick service meal, and that was pretty good. We also ate at Chef Mickey, which I liked, but like you, I may be the back of my day kind of person, but I'm a Chef Mickey. They used to have a breakfast pizza,
Yep.
and I loved it, and they don't have it anymore.
Oh,
And I'm thinking, what they're charging?
yeah.
Why not have breakfast pizza anymore? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know they didn't have the breakfast pizza anymore because I haven't been there since the last time when I went there and they gave me the bill. It almost stopped my heart. And so,
Oh, I know.
oh man, that place is expensive. Yeah, it was
That's why.
expensive.
That's why we don't go there.
That's why I don't go. I was like, we need to look at some place. That and Crystal Palace. They're both great meals, but I do them sparingly, right? I do them every couple of years once.
Yeah,
They're fun.
Yeah, I like Crystal Palace, but we didn't eat every time. For scheduling reasons. We also, I don't know, I like to eat at Cape May Cafe. Their breakfast is awesome. It's honestly like a upscale version of Chef Mickey, and it's not as expensive. So I like eating there, and we eat there, and that was a good meal. It always is a good meal there.
I agree. Yeah, we went there actually. The only time actually I've had breakfast there was during COVID, and it was a great deal and super great breakfast. We had, it was actually one of the best meals I've ever had at Walt Disney World at breakfast. They brought everything out and it wasn't real expensive because it wasn't the full experience. I need to make a point to get back there, maybe during marathon weekend, because I'll be down here in a couple of weeks. It's weird because my problem is Scott's not going down for marathon weekend, at least yet. He's not running the races, but he can still go down. And Scott always makes all the ADRs. I have no ADRs.
Go on him. Come on, Mike. Go on him.
I know. Well, I am going without him because the bum's not going. He needs to get down there. But no, I get it. He doesn't have to go every trip I go on. But we always go together, and I'll be like a I don't know what I'm doing if I'm going by myself. I'm just gonna be eating counter service.
Well, you probably have a better experience by yourself.
No, dude. We have fun together. That's we're like brothers.
Yeah.
We're like we're crazy. But I'll be saving money.
If you don't mind me, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, what are you gonna say? You're gonna ask something. Go ahead.
So I would just say, if you don't mind me asking, was when you were there during COVID, it wasn't a buffet meal,
Nope.
right? Or was it?
Nope. They brought everything to your table. So that's why it
Oh,
was kind of a reduced cost, but
yeah.
they brought all the good stuff. You know, it's kind of that family style. They brought it in like platters. So they brought just a ton of
Oh,
sausage. They brought a ton of bacon. They brought a ton of eggs. They brought, a variety of croissants and rolls and stuff. And I mean, okay, so it was Scott and I at the same table. So you could imagine like what that looked like with, the
oh.
sausage flying, the bacon flying, the croissants were.
They probably won't let you come back.
Exactly. There's a picture of us on the
Yeah,
wall in the back of the chef's
exactly.
kitchen. Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I saw a picture of you on the wall.
Like, yeah, so
I'm
big.
like,
There's that
wait,
big
is
line
that
through our
right?
face. Yeah, 100%. Like if his guy comes back, it's $200. Yeah, please don't let him come
Is
back.
that right? Wait a minute.
There's places like that about me all around Walt Disney World, and I'm just having fun, and I'm
Yeah.
hungry. I mean, I can't help. I eat a lot. I run a lot of miles, and I eat a lot of food. That's just how it is. Okay, so we're gonna wrap here in about in about 10 minutes. Now you do. So you mentioned Bob. Okay, so for folks that don't know, we're talking about Bob. I don't think we've actually said like what we're talking about. If you're kind of coming in, and you're new to this. We're talking about
Yeah.
Yehaa Bob. And
Yeah.
he performs over at Port Orleans Riverside Wednesday to Saturday nights at the River
Yes.
Roost, which is the kind of lounge there right off the main lobby. He plays the piano and does sing-alongs, and not to be missed. I mean, he brings Port Orleans Riverside to
No.
life in the evenings. You want to get there. His show starts around 8:30 ish, but you want to get there early
Yeah.
to get a table on those nights, probably around 7:30 or so. Get a good sweet seat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. What do you have to say about Bob, though? Because you guys have a great relationship. What would you tell people about Bob?
You'll never meet a nicer man ever. Ever.
I agree.
He is awesome. And I don't know if you know this, but he's originally from Ohio. So we have that connection as well. But, you'll never meet a nicer guy ever. And the stories I can tell you are just incredible. He's an awesome man, and if you're there when he's there, make a point to see him because you will not be disappointed. And to 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 give you an idea how nice of a man he is, how wonderful he is. We arranged a trip and left a day early from our home just to see him. That's the impact he made on our lives. We wanted to see him before he left for wherever he was going. But you know what I'm saying? Just to we rearranged our schedule
Yep.
just to see him. So that should tell you what kind of a person he is and what he means to us.
And I'll tell you, the thing about Walt Disney World is there's a lot to do. And I know a lot of times you're thinking, well, I want to see the fireworks. I want to see Happily Ever After. I want to see Luminous. I want to see,
Yeah.
go to Disney Springs for the evening and stuff like that. But so there is always that sacrifice. Like, how am I going to be able to see Bob? It's only like it's a Saturday night, but I want to do this. And sometimes you think, well, do I want to get over there and to see a guy playing a piano? I'm telling you, it doesn't sound like
Yeah.
much, but when you go to that show, you're going to leave smiling. You're going to leave with songs in your heart. And you're going to leave with memories because Bob,
Yeah.
the thing is, besides the fact that he's just a great guy, is that the level of entertainer and musician that he is, nobody talks about this. He is an amazing musician because he can play more than just the piano. People probably don't know this, but he plays other instruments. But he can remember a name. He'll go around the room before the show starts, meet and greet people. And he'll remember people in the back corner that he talked to 3 hours prior and bring them into the show. Where they're from, exactly. A little girl, 3 hours ago that he met, and like, hey, Betty from, Waterloo, Iowa. Let's get up here. And you got the bird in the nest in the tree, and the tree in the. It's amazing. And then, and that, to me, kind of wrapping this up, is that those are the things that are unexpected because you don't see that in a Walt Disney World commercial. You see people riding Dumbo, you see people riding the Skyliner, the monorail, walking down Main Street USA and so forth. And that's all great. But to me, I think the memories I make that I come home with and I talk about are the interactions with folks, the cast members like Bob Jackson, Yehaa Bob, is that, the night I spend at Riverside in the Roost, and singing with my family because it's with friends, we're doing kick lines.
It's a gem. It's a gem. It really is. It's a gem. And if you, like you said, if you want a guaranteed good time, go see him.
And look at that. Susan, one of your fans right here in the chat, Kevin, I just called out Waterloo. That's where Susan's from. I mean, it's like divine intervention on the show here. I had no clue. I mean, I was just picking a name out of the air. I mean, the most random name I could come up with. I don't know where I got Waterloo because I saw a clip from Field of Dreams earlier online. I think who knows? Yeah. So, and
great movie, by the way, great movie.
Oh my gosh. Stop. I'll cry. Stop. I'll cry. Want to have a catch? Oh my gosh. Stop. My kids will make fun of me. Yes.
You can't. Even if you're a guy.
Oh, I know. So, but my daughters make fun of me. It's not fair. Like I watch Happily Ever After at Walt Disney World. I cry every time, and my daughter's always like, "Are you crying?"
I cry.
Do you not have a heart?
I cry at the end of that movie. I'm not even sorry.
I don't either. I was because like my daughter doesn't have a heart. That's why I tell her, I'm like, if you don't cry, you don't have a heart. So you don't have a heart.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. That's why I tell her. Yeah, that's exactly what I say. What's wrong with you? You should be crying. I have a heart. That's all it tells you. Anyway.
Yeah. So well, great movie.
Well, Kev, we got to wrap because the big man's making his run tomorrow. So we got to get out of here. But I got to thank you because this show has been so many laughs. We got to do this again. I love when you call on Sunday nights. And I just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas out in Ohio. And I just got to say, I'm so glad that we've been friends over the past decade and a half and, continue to do so. And thanks for taking the time to come on the show. And again, just Merry Christmas to you. And again, thank you for the friendship for so long. It's an honor.
You too. Thank you very much for your time. And God, thank you to all the people watching us. You were bored, so thank you for watching us.
I love it. You're not bored, everybody. You're loving us. But I love Kevin's attitude. Maybe you were bored, but thanks for being with us either way. We appreciate you. All right. And don't forget our show, even if you were bored, is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney vacation, whether it's to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, even Adventures by Disney. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. No cost to you. So it's a win-win situation. You support the show. Also, please use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Just click through the link, do your shopping, and it supports the show. So thank you for that. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. It's $5 a month. And when you do that, you get a bonus show every week. It's called Mike in the Midwest. So come on over and support the show. We'd love to have your support. It's again, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. We'll have a live show this Sunday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. We'll open up the phone lines and take your calls. Scotty G will join me, so give us a call. We'll be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. So pick your location and give us a call. I'm on the social media at BeOurGuestMike, Instagram, Twitch. Nope, I'm not on Twitch. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads with that. And don't forget, I forgot to talk about this last couple shows. Come over to the Be Our Guest Podcast Clubhouse if you haven't already. It's where we hang out and talk Disney all day, every day. Kevin's there. I'm there. Everybody's there. And if you're not there, where you been? I know, where you been? So come on over. It's free. It's beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. All right, time to get out of here and wish you a Merry Christmas. Now we got a special show coming your way late tonight. It's going to be out there for Christmas Eve. It's our annual tradition. It's Christmas Eve in the Be Our Guest Podcast studios. So bonus show coming your way in 24 hours. And it was a show because we didn't record that one. Nobody got to see that one. We didn't do that one live on the stream. We recorded that one off air. So it's hitting your feed in about 24 hours. Hope you enjoy that one and hope you're together with loved ones this holiday season. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays to everybody. So for Kevin out in Ohio, I'm Mike here in Missouri. You guys have a great one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.